Welcome to Zen with Gwen meditation sessions. Hi, I'm Gwendolyn. This will be a traditional Vipassana meditation. You may know it as a sitting meditation or a breath observation meditation. Whatever you call it, we'll spend some time sitting in silence today, paying attention to our breath. As we go, I'll give you long periods of silence and occasional pointers to help you out. To start, let's pick a position that you can stay in for the better part of a half hour. There's no obligation to stay for the whole time. You can always finish the session early or check out one of my shorter videos, which I'll link in the description. Traditionally, this meditation is done sitting up tall, but of course it can be done in any other position that allows you to remain attentive for the duration of the time you choose to sit. So let's begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose, and you may like to exhale from the mouth, letting go of any stress or tension. Feel free to set an intention for our time together. Now bring your mind to your breath. Notice any first impressions you have about your breath at this present moment. As well as you are able, letting go of any competition, judgment, or expectation. Let's focus our awareness on different parts of the breath, starting at the beginning in the nostrils. Noticing sensations of breath through the nostrils, or if your mouth is open, through the mouth. Noticing sensation in the sinuses. Bringing your awareness down the throat. Noticing how the breath affects the face and jaw. Feeling the breath in the neck and shoulders. Feeling the breath in the back. Bringing awareness of the breath to the underarms and side of the rib cage. noticing movements of the collarbones and the front of the ribs. Noticing sensations of the breath in the belly, the side of the waist, and the low back. Seeing if you can notice subtle movements that occur with the breath deep into the pelvis. And noticing any other sensations that come up in the body as you breathe. Focusing your awareness on where you physically feel the breath the most. The mind will inevitably wander away, and once it does, bring it back to noticing the breath. You may like to use a visual to help focus your thoughts. Picturing waves on the seashore coming in and going out with each breath. Or picturing a beautiful ball of light expanding with each inhale and shrinking with each exhale. Or similar to the mercury in a thermometer, picturing a line moving up as you breathe in and moving down as you breathe out. thoughts may creep in here, memories, ideas, or plans, but know that it's okay to not finish the thought, coming back to the breath as soon as you notice you're having one. During this meditation, you may wonder why you're even practicing at all. The answer may or may not be important, but if that thought comes up, once more, come back to the breath. Unpleasant thoughts may come in here. It may be of benefit to observe them for a moment's time and then come back to the breath without dwelling. It's very common to notice that a harsh inner critic starts to pipe up here, sending you all sorts of negative evaluations about yourself or something that you're doing. It may help to label that internal voice by saying, "Oh, that's just my internal critic," or "That's my ego just trying to help me. Thank you, ego. I don't need you right now." We can use this time to gently let go of competition, judgment, and expectation. Usually, fighting the inner critic or being unnecessarily hard on yourself doesn't yield positive results. But if we can acknowledge that these messages are coming up and allow them to pass, in time they may come up less often. To counteract this thought, you may like to pick a more accurate, positive thought. Something like, I'm noticing that there's a negative internal critic, but I'm using this time for my health and well-being. This practice has been difficult for you in any way, I always encourage you to reach out for the support of someone who can give you more feedback in a live, in-person setting. This may be your family doctor, a mental health professional, or a yoga or meditation teacher. Please take care of your needs and care for yourself. If you feel the urge to scratch an itch or move to be more comfortable, or notice that your foot has fallen asleep, I encourage you to observe that sensation before acting on it. Whether or not you respond to the sensation probably doesn't matter, but it's an opportunity to practice the muscle of observation rather than a knee-jerk reaction. It may help to pretend that you're observing it as another person outside the situation. Now let's take a moment here to notice how your breath and body are feeling, seeing if you notice any changes or subtle shifts. And if you don't notice anything, that's okay too. You can take a moment here to pick out something positive about this experience in the present moment. You may even like to say out loud, "This is what practicing meditation feels like." Can help train the habit and reinforce a willingness to come back and practice. You can bring your mind back to your intention now. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back for your commitment to your own well-being by being here today. You may like to literally give yourself a pat on the back, or wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug, or just notice that warm glow coming from within, the energy that you've developed by practicing Vipassana. Thank you so much for joining me. From my light to yours, Namaste.